Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed time to review another LEGO Mixel. And today we're going to be taking a look at the series number 4, second Orbiton, and that is, of course, the one and only Rokit. We've taken a look at Nixle last time. Of course, Rokit is a play on the word rocket, like R-O-C-K-E-T, so it's just spelled a little bit differently. As you can see, R-O-K-I-T, so that's pretty cool indeed. This set is number 41527, and of course it contains 66 pieces, which is not too shabby at all. On the back of the packaging, of course, we could see the rest of the Orbitons looking pretty stylish and profilish. There's the previously mentioned Nixle, there's Rokit himself. Next time we'll take a look at Nerp-Naut, which looks very, very neat indeed. And of course, we will assemble all 3 of them into Orbitons Max. Of course, if you want more information on the Mixels, you can always head to lego.com/Mixels for additional info. And of course, right here we can see the rest of the lineup for series number 4, including the new Gloomies, I believe they're called, the new Infernites, which look very neat, very, very cool stuff indeed, and then of course the previously mentioned Orbitons. So with all that being said, of course, let us go on ahead and open up Mr. Rokit, assemble him, and take a look at the hopefully lovely Mixel inside. So you might be wondering, who is Rokit? Well, Rokit is the unhinged trooper from the Orbitons tribe. Does everything as if his life depends on it. And we mean everything. Whether getting a cup of coffee, waiting at a crosswalk, or petting a kitten, this intense creature with laser-style probe arms approaches all day-to-day tasks with vigor. The other Orbitons just don't seem to share his all-in attitude, which annoys Rokit to no end. Alrighty guys, so here is Mr. Rokit fully assembled. And I have to say, once again, the Orbitons are knocking it out of the park. I really like the design on this guy. First and foremost, the number one thing, let's address it, is this ridiculously cool dome head. That is just really neat. Of course, we saw the dome-like design on Nixle, but it wasn't nearly as present as it is here. Here you can almost see like some sort of technological brain matter on this under this little dome, which, by the way, if you want, you could obviously remove and maybe put different colored pieces in here. If you want to have some of the spare greens or something like that, you could go ahead and place those in here just to obviously differentiate it a little bit further. You can kind of mess around with that whichever way you want, so that's quite cool and neat indeed. I really like that dome-like shape at the top there. The other thing that I love is the fact that we maintain the ball joints for everything. So as you can see, we don't get those like weird articulated arms. We actually get a lot of range right here to allow you to either have the blaster underhanded like this, or if you want to have the blaster overhanded, or the probe arms I should say, laser probe arms, this way, that's a possible option as well. You could move them up and down and all around, which is really neat. Again, very cool. And then the legs are the same way, also lots and lots of expression there. And as you can see, you could always balance them on one hand if you want, so that's lovely. Their center of gravity is great. They're not going anywhere. Like, I'm shaking the desk right now, not going anywhere except for my base plate here. But he is just fine, so that's cool. As you can see, a really nice expression right here. You can definitely see that he is a pretty intense Mixel. With that expression right there, he's like, let's do this, guys, let's go get some coffee, let's go pet some kittens, which probably we don't want to do those in that order, especially if you're this intense. You probably don't want to be drinking coffee as it is. His eyes do also, of course, move around, so you can get him in some goofy expressions and some weird expressions, like as if he maybe was going to get a cup of coffee, but he got so excited, ran into a wall, and that's kind of what happened after that. But nonetheless, of course, as you can see, lots and lots of expression there. You can remove these little arms, so if you want him to have just the plain little tabs, I guess, you could do that as well, or you could maneuver how he's going to hold the blaster, so you could have it be tucked in further inwards, or more like a sword, almost like a lightsaber, or outwards where it could almost look like a blaster of some sort. That's definitely possible for your display choices as well. On the back here, he is also quite nicely detailed. Only two main stud points that are exposed. You can kind of see the back of the legs, but not very easily because of the flames here, and they do blend in, so you don't really actually see those studs. That's not too noticeable at all, which is something I love about these new Mixels. I love how complete they look. They don't look anymore like weird or like flat. If you remember, some of the Mixels in Series 1, 2, and 3 had that problem of where they would just look very toy-esque in the back, like kind of like it didn't look like a complete design. It just looked broken up, whereas so far with the Orbitons, at least, I haven't seen that problem. I really like the little jetpack going on, again carrying on over from the previous character as well. It seems like maybe all of them end up with this little jetpack design, which is quite cool indeed. And just generally speaking, just a really lovely addition to the squad. But speaking of lovely additions, I do not know what that was. That was a Russian accent coming out, but nonetheless, of course, we also get a brand new Nixle design for this series. Of course, the print work on the face is actually the same. We have that kind of rabbit-like ears look still apparent, but they actually changed the legs. So as you can see, the legs are actually these little stud pieces now. He can actually stand very well with those, so don't worry about that. He's not going anywhere in that regard, which is just fine by me. And the other cool thing that they added is articulation to these guys. So they actually have articulated arms, and they can get their arms all the way up, maybe as if they're doing the wave or something like that all together, which is cool. And as you can see, they could also now hold items. So for example, maybe they end up stealing one of Mr. Rokit's laser probes. They could go ahead and actually hold those and try to run away with that, which is pretty cool and neat indeed. So definitely very cool stuff indeed. A nice Mixel, a nice addition to the Mixels collection. Once again, I really would like to see new print work on the Mixels, or Nixels, sorry, meaning I want new expressions, not just the actual design to be changed, but maybe give them some new expressions. That would be quite lovely as well. But all in all, just a really lovely addition to the Orbitons, and I hope that the final Orbiton member lives up to expectation, and then Orbitons Max knocks it out of the park for a complete and utter awesome series or a complete and awesome trio for series number 4. That being said, of course, thank you guys so very much for watching this review. If you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to smack that like button. That really does help me out a ton. Share the videos with your family and friends. Favorite the videos as well, and I do indeed hope to see you folks here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators.